Kol hakavod to all you participants in the Mishna Beyadi program. My name is Rabbi Joel Padowitz, and I'm the co-author of the Sefer, The Science Behind the Mishna. My co-author, Rabbi Jonathan Sass, and I would love to congratulate you on the incredible undertaking you guys have made to attempt to really master Mishnayos. And taking on psachim and tainis and brachas is no small feat. And it's going to change your life. And let me tell you why it's so important. First of all, you should know the Gemara in Bava Metzia, Daf Lamed Gimel Beis, says that in a time that people are running to learn Gemara, Rabbi Yochanan says people should turn the other way and first master Mishnayos, which is exactly what you're doing, because this is definitely an age when people are running to master Gemara without first getting the Mishnayos under their belt. And why is that so important? Well, first of all, you should know, Rav Kahana said in Shabbos Samach Gimel Amud Beis that you should first get the material down before you start asking lots of questions. He said he was 18 years old and he learned the whole of Shas, the whole of the Talmud, and yet he didn't know very basic things, like that the pasuk doesn't go Yotzim B'dei Pshuto, from a simple understanding. Why did he know that, and why did he want to tell you that? He wanted to say at first a person should learn the material, the Mishnayos, and only then start to really probe its depth to understand the Sfaros. And you want to know why? Because if you don't know the basic material, the content of the Mishnah, you simply can't be Talmid Chacham. The Gemara in Tainis, a Masechet you learned, Daf Zayin Mabei, says if a person is having a hard time learning, if he finds his learning kasha kabarzel, it's tough as steel, you want to know why? Because he hasn't got his Mishnayos organized clearly in his head. You have to first do that. Moreover, the Gemara says in Sanhedrin Mem Beis Amud Aleph that if you want to be a Talmid Chacham, you have to come with Mishnayos biyadecha, chavilos, bundled up, ready to wage war in the Beis HaMidrash. But you can't if you don't get the basic material. And therefore, you're doing the exact right thing by first going to learn Mishnayos. Now, I have particular interest, me and my co-author, Rabbi Sasson, in the science behind the Mishnah as an additional supplement. And why is that so important? Because the Gemara in Brachas of Yud Zayin Amud Aleph says that Rava says the purpose of Chachma, of your learning of Torah, is ultimately for tshuva and maasim tovim. Tshuva means establishing a great relationship with Hashem and fixing what isn't right. And maasim tovim goes on to doing great things with your life. And Bez Hashem, you will indeed do exactly that. You will do tshuva, establish a great relationship with Hashem, and go on to do maasim tovim, great things with your life. That's what we want for you, your parents want for you, and I'm sure you're going to do it. But how does one go out doing tshuva? What does it mean? So the Rambam in Hilchos Yisodei Torah, Tshuva, I should say, Hilchos Tshuva, in the 10th parak says that the ultimate end point of tshuva is a person should be able to reach Ahavas Hashem, a real deep love of Hashem. That's the ultimate relationship we want to have with Hashem. And how do you do that? So the Rambam back in Yisodei Torah, in Parak Beis, says the best way to go about establishing love of Hashem is to look into his Bria and understand what he has done, what an incredible genius Hashem is, what he made a world just for you to appreciate and enjoy out of his love for you. And if he loves you so much, you're going to reciprocate that love. You just learned Maseches Brachos. What is the yesod of foundation of all of Maseches Brachos? Is that this world belongs to Hashem, and he did it, he made it out of a chesed of love for us, and you have to recognize that. And then when you say a bracha recognizing Hashem's Yichud Hashem, you learn Kriya Shema, David Hashem, making brachas, birchas nenen and birchas odah on the world that Hashem made for you. So then you realize Hashem is so good to you, and you feel better and closer, more love towards Him. And Tainus, what's Tainus about? Tainus is saying, listen, Hashem wants to have a great relationship and give to you, but if you turn your back on Him, if we as Klal Yisrael turn our back on Him, so then there'll be repercussions. We say Kriya Shema every day. Vaya Mishmo Tishmu. If you listen, then you'll have Yora Malkush. You'll have the rains, early rains, late rains, and if not, then not. And the basic message of those first two prakim of Tainus is Hashem listens to our tefillahs, and we better make an effort, because there are consequences, God forbid, if we don't have a proper relationship with Hashem. We need Hashem. We need to know we need Hashem. And what's holding us back? You learn the first 5 prakim of Maseches Pesachim. The Chazal say that what holds us back is Shibud Malchios, the Goyim, and So'or Shebe'isa. Within each of us we have Chametz. You gotta get rid of the Chametz, the Yeshus, the ego, the arrogance which holds you back from saying Hashem is the ultimate, and what matters in my life is what Hashem wants to connect to Him. So, how are you going to do that? So one way to appreciate what Hashem is and how much He loves you is to see the world He created. And therefore, when you learn Mishnayos, you'll see not just the halachas, but you can actually delve into the technicalities of that world. You could learn science on its own, or you could learn through Chazal's eyes, through the Mishnayos, how to see the world and its incredible details. And when you do, you will see Hashem made a custom, tailor-made world just for us, out of his love for us. And he loves us so much that he is mashgiach. He oversees every action in our world for our benefit. Everything will be for the best. And be'ez Hashem, if we succeed in doing our tshuva and ma'asim tovim collectively, all of us in Klal Yisrael, so the Gemara, it's actually the Mishnah, in Vayikra Rabbah says that the schus ultimate for bringing Mashiach will be coming from the limud of Mishnayos. So be'ez Hashem, you will continue learning Mishnayos, mastering Kol Torah Kula, starting with Shizah Sidra Mishnah, and going on to mastering all of Shas and everything there is to know. And with that, be'ez Hashem, you will indeed do tshuva ma'asim tovim, bring yourself in this world to where it has to go. Mazel tov to everybody.